Hello and welcome to Sketch It Out Thursday with Helen. That's me and that's my face you're seeing. Oh, lots of them. Anyway, you may have noticed I'm using a sketch from Hip Kit Club. It's their current one they've got going, so I might just enter my page into their competition. Well, you see, today is my birthday. Yay! Happy birthday, Helen. Ooh, there's a song about that actually. Pretty old one, but then so am I, because I'm turning 50 today. And I thought, what better way to celebrate than doing a layout about me? Oh, gee, my head is swelling already. Okay, let's get back to scrapbooking. I chose this sketch because it had the linear photos, or the photos in a line, and although in the sketch there's 3 and I'm using 5, I wanted to show how I've changed or not changed over the years. This first photo, the big one, I'm 13 years old there. The next photo, I'm in my late 20s. Then the middle photo, I'm in my 30s. And the next photo, I'm in my early 40s. And the last photo was only taken just a week or so ago, so it's pretty current. Anyway, back to the layout. I'm using all these beautiful papers from More Than Words by Coco Vanilla. And you may have noticed at the start, I had a bit of a trouble choosing which patterned paper to go with. And I kept fiddling around until I was happy. And I found that I liked this more corally colour behind the photos, mainly because in a lot of the photos there's that kind of browny colour going through. And then when I put it on this floral background, I really liked it. However, it kind of got a little bit lost, and that's why I backed it with that soft grey one. Now in the sketch, they have triangles in the top right and the bottom left-hand corner, but I didn't want to do that with this florally background. I thought it would be lost actually. So I got out a punch, punched some edges, and just put a strip of the same corally colour top and bottom of the page. And here you can see I'm just trying to make sure I get it back to being 12 by 12 when I stick the strips down. And that's the basis of the layout. Pretty busy with that background. I'm not going to try and do any mixed media on it because it is so busy and I didn't want to add any. And then I thought, well, instead of having triangles in the top right and bottom left, that's where I'll actually base all my embellishments. Pulled out the embellishment kit, some of the frames. I thought, yep, they will add just a little bit of interest. And then I started building the top and bottom, just layering pieces. You can see I'm adding a bit of foam tape to some of them to add dimension. And working around, just finding things that match the colour. When you're working with a packet like this, or a kit or a range, it does make it really easy. You're just picking things that go. You know it's going to coordinate, and you're looking more for shape and size. So some of the flowers I had to chop off the leaves just so that they would actually fit in well. And then I thought, all right, cut these frames in half, because then I can use the bottom halves on the bottom left hand side. I found this tag and the words were quite, well, they did work. Some of this range is about love for somebody else, you and your partner, and then seeing as that's not the case and it's just me, I've used some of them with a bit of a cheeky grin to it, as you'll see in a little bit. But I'm just sticking these frames down, positioning them before I stick that central piece to my backing page. And then I have the great idea of going to get some thread and add some messy thread behind those two sections. As it's a pale pink, it's not the easiest to see, although in real life you can see it, and that's the most important thing. And I'm just building these little clusters. I think it's about time to stick down that central piece. And I don't know about anyone else, but do you have trouble trying to use your ATG gun on that fun foam? Because it doesn't really want to stick. But I was determined that it would, and I made it work. I'm cutting some of these flowers in half just so I can layer the same colour. And this is where I'm talking about my little sense of humour, because it says, love that face. And that's one thing I've learned over my 50 years, that I've got to love me, because if I don't love myself, then other people won't. I had thought of making the title Happy Birthday, bit cliched, so I stopped with the happy. I mean, I've included it and it's going to work, but I thought I'll add something else rather than birthday to it. Had thought about adding Happy 50th, but I changed my mind with that as well. And as you can see, I'm still just building. I keep layering up each section. I've pulled out some chipboard butterflies here just to change the thickness or the dimension of my embellishments. And then I didn't quite like that empty space under the photos. And on one of the pattern papers is this strip, because it's a ledger page. But I thought, oh well, see, it's about my birthday and numbers, that kind of fits, and it just fits in nicely. Although at the end there are a couple of words that I didn't quite like, and I thought I just need a little piece. You know, now looking back, maybe leaving that arrow underneath the photo would have been a good idea, but at the time I chose not to, so I've just added another little piece. Flower was too big, but this little love heart, thought it finished it off. I didn't want to leave it as a little banner because it was just too many arrows and points going in all different directions. So I've added this little butterfly here, mainly because it's kind of pointing to the 17, which is today's date. And here's where I come up with my title. I found this memories and I thought, well, it's looking back over my life. There are memories, happy memories, mostly. So there, I'm just using that little sticker to finish off the title. And this one here, so very thankful. It did say for you. And I thought, come on, don't go too much, Helen. I'm just finishing it off with the smaller and little enamel dots and love hearts. And then I'm going to add some journaling, just reflecting on my 50 years and what I've learnt, which the most important thing is that just I wish I had a bit more faith in myself and belief in myself over my years. Anyway, that's it for today. I hope you've enjoyed this celebration of my life. Funny. Anyway, till next time, take care. Thank you for watching. Bye.